Hello, good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel for another live show as we do the next episode of our review. As of course, over the weekend we did, of course, beat Stevenage 2-1 in the first home game of the season. It was another win. I was very happy about that, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, how the game happened and what happened in the game. And share a few thoughts throughout as well. So, yeah, guys, make sure you do get involved in the chat. Whatever you want to say, feel free to put it in the chat. I love reading your comments out and love seeing what you guys have to say as well. So, yeah. And also, if you're just coming in, please do make sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, like I said, just, get your comments in as well. I love reading your guys' comments out. But, yeah. We're going to get into it very soon. We're going to say a few hellos first, but I hope you all had a good weekend. I suppose town winning definitely makes it a good weekend. But, yeah, whatever else you've got up to, hopefully you've had a good time too. But, yeah, hello everybody in the chat. Oris is in. First day, he says, make sure you smash those likes once you enter. Yeah, big up to you, Oris. Big up to you. Josh, good evening, Ryan. Hope you're having a great day and hope you're okay. Yeah, hello there. And yeah, I'm good. I'm good and hope you're okay too. And thank you for tuning in once again. Yeah, thank you very much. It was really good, wasn't it? Really, really good to see you again. Another win. Make sure you smash the likes on you and subscribe if you're new. Aiden, big up to you, Aiden. Hello there. And Oris is another win, but unfortunately not another clean sheet. However, I'm very excited with Duff, as he said after the match that he praised the boys and also gave them stick. Yeah, we will get into the post-match comments. I did like what he had to say, and yeah, like you said, he's not scared to give the lads a bit of stick when they fall below the standards. The standards that have been set now are up here, right? And that's where it should be. So if they drop the levels, then yeah, he will give them stick, but also he will praise them when they do praise as well. So that's how it works, So yeah, absolutely. And well said with your comments there. Aiden says, hello, mate, hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden. I'm doing all right, thank you. Soccer towards the end of rubbish officiating. Yeah, we will get into it, don't worry. We'll share my thoughts in a moment. Great game week 2, Ryan, but I thought we were tied on points. Josh, you've actually just reminded me, I have actually forgotten to load the table to the StreamYard stream today because I was actually going to give you guys an update on how it's looking in the league. Which I just need to... quickly. Anyway, guys, I was going to put this league table up on the screen for you guys to see, but I have actually forgotten to put it onto the StreamYard, which is very annoying. Which I may actually just upload it at the end, so somebody might join, but it's actually I'm joining on my other phone. Not on my, but on my phone. So I've streamed by my iPad, anybody that wants to know. But yes, but yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into what we are going to we are here for this evening. But first, let's just say, let's just finish off a few of the comments. Thank you all for all your contributions so far. Great game week. Got probably with 10 points. Yeah, I mean, look. Can I just say, I know I just love him and love him more and more each day that goes by. And the more I hear him speak, the more... The thing is with Duff is that he's very honest. He says things, but then he backs it up on the pitch. That's what counts, yeah? He says that he's going to, play this front foot attacking football. He's got, and everything that he's saying we are seeing it on the pitch. We can see an identity. We can see the way we're trying to play. We can see what Duff expects. All these things bodes well for a successful team, guys. And so he's back, not like the other managers in the past, where they've said things and then they've said, "Oh, we're going to play this attacking football," and we've never seen it. Duff backs up them words, and that's what I think is, it's just fantastic, isn't it? A refreshing change. The video on Saturday was amazing. Thank you very much. I tried my best. Look, I think it was all right, but I don't know. But yeah, guys, you've actually reminded me. Yeah, guys, if you haven't watched the video, I did do a little vlog for you guys on Saturday, the home game. So yeah, if you haven't watched that yet, go and check it out. I appreciate that. And yeah, drop a like as well on the video and things. But yeah, thank you for that though. Glad you enjoyed it though, Aiden. My EFL fancy's glitched, so I might have to delete it and re-download it again. Oh, is it? I don't know why. If you check it, might need an update on the app. But yeah, delete it and re-download it then, yeah. Michael Duffs, indeed, yeah. Sorensen, you mean? Looking forward to what Ryan is going to say about him. Yeah, Sorensen, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get into it, guys. Thank you all for your contribution. We're going to get into it. So let's have a look at the team lineups, guys. When they came out, and here we are with the lineup that was produced. So obviously Lee Nichols in goal, Sorensen, Hellick, and Spencer at the back. Obviously Hogg, Wiles, and Evans with the wing backs. Obviously Miller and Sorensen, and then obviously, Danny Ward and Josh Koroma up front. Obviously, first thing you noticed when this team lineup came out was, where is Healy? Now we know he's had his injury issues. I was fearing the worst. Obviously, Duff did provide an update for us after the game, which we will get into a bit later on. But I was thinking of not another long injury layoff, because we know his issues. This is the first time that he has had a full pre-season in so long, and things were going very well. He seemed to be doing, he played a lot of football as well, obviously. And I thought, maybe this is the season that I know it maybe have been too soon, it was only a few games in, but I think pre-season he looked good. Obviously, he didn't get injured in pre-season, then went into the season, and he looked good then. So I thought, maybe this is the turning point. Maybe this is where he puts those injury issues behind him. But obviously, he has picked up a slight injury, and we'll get into what Duff had to say afterwards as well later on. So obviously the bench: Maxwell, Pearson, Marshall, Headley, Kane, Kasumu and Harrott. Now for me, I would have put Marshall on from the start. Now I know he's still new to the group, but obviously Duff did allude to that he hadn't because obviously the lads do have recovery days. So since he's coming to the club, he's only really had a few sessions with the lads. So obviously that kind of played into why Duff decided to go with other options in Ward. But I do think when he does have more training sessions, we will get to see a bit more of him. But yeah, I think he probably would have started had he had got a few more training sessions in there. But yeah, so that I like the lineup. I just wasn't really too keen on Ward starting, if I'm honest. Danny Ward, why? Honestly, I wasn't impressed. Put it that way, I wasn't impressed. And plus, I'm just tired of seeing Danny Ward, at this club. I just think at the end of the day, he will certainly put a shift in. He'll certainly do his best. But at the end of the day, we need goals from our strikers. We need contributions. And Danny Ward, like I said before, he misses more than he scores. And that's a big issue. Because if your striker is missing more than and yes, okay, you might go back to the fact we're in League One now, and obviously you do get we will get a few more chances this time compared to in the Championship. But that's not the point. I want my strikers to be clinical. And okay, they're not going to score every single chance that they get. You'd like them to, but they are human at the end of the day, so they may. But if you're getting a goal every 2 chances, that'd be a good kind of ratio. But I think if you're needing like 5 or 6 chances to score, I don't really think it's So yeah. Anyway, it was a bit annoying when I saw him on the team sheet. But anyway, obviously we started the game very well. I thought obviously it didn't take as long to create a little bit of an opportunity. Wiles had the first glimpse of a chance. Obviously, took a shot. We were in 4 minutes, just outside the box. Obviously, it went wide, but it was a half chance. But I thought we dominated the first half. I thought we looked decent. And yeah, I think we were just dominating the ball. Stevenage couldn't get a hold of it, and if they did, they didn't keep hold of it that long. And I think it was a very controlled, good performance first half. So yeah, anyway, the first big chance came in the 21st minute, where obviously it was cleared off the line from the Stevenage player. So Wiles obviously found himself in space in the box. Obviously chipped it towards goal, but obviously they managed to clear it off the line, which I thought it was quite unlucky. It was a good opportunity, and unfortunately we couldn't quite score it. But we were getting closer and closer, and you sense the goal coming. And a few minutes later, the first goal came in the 25th minute, and super Josh Koroma, guys, again delivering for us, doing very well in the striking position. To say that he's not an out-and-out striker, and he's more often than not played out wide, he's doing very well, I must admit. Now, obviously, more on the goal. Sorensen, obviously, again, last day Sorensen, when he gets down that wing, he's going to get fantastic deliveries in the box. And it's not, he's just constantly down that wing, constantly causing problems. And he's just a joy to watch. And we're going to get into Sorensen very soon. But yeah, Sorensen, first assist, obviously, gets the ball across. And Koroma, with a very nice header, by the way. Like I say, Koroma isn't the tallest of players, but he found himself in a good position. Got away from the defender, and it was a free header. And it was a good goal. And obviously we kept probing in that first half. Probably could have got, but we couldn't get another goal before the break. But yeah, but obviously half time we going at 1-0. Like I said, I think it was a dominant first half display again by us. So Chrome with a goal. Stevenage offered very little in that first half. They didn't threaten our goal at all. Couldn't keep it, couldn't create anything. And they were just constantly chasing throughout that first 45 minutes. And yeah, another lead going into the break for Michael Duffs and the team. So yeah, very, very pleasing. Now let's catch up with the comments before we get into the second half summaries. Broyce is finding it very comfortable in his different position. Now, for me, I am going to mention Broyce Spencer a bit later, because I have got a bit of a... I think Brody is in a position where he's playing out of position. And what I mean by that is that he's playing on his weaker foot, playing in the weaker side, sorry. And this is the problem we've got, because we haven't got a left-sided centre-half at the club, that's fit. We're having to go with Spencer. And for me, he's better on the right-hand side of the back three if we're playing as a centre. We're playing as a centre-back for the most of the for all this season, unless we get injuries in the wing-back areas, which I don't think we will, because I think Miller might, but again, that's the left-hand side. But Sorensen's more or less available all season. He's very reliable if you look at his record of his availability. So yeah, but we are going to get into that in a bit more detail later. Now, Chris is here. He says, "Big up, they hope you're well." Big up to you, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thank you. Hope you're well too, and I appreciate you nipping here tonight. Big up to you. JK time indeed. Yeah, JK time indeed. We love him. We love Josh. Come on, I bet everyone was thinking the same thing. Did Crow just score with his head? I mean, yeah. I think it's because he's not the tallest. You don't expect him to score from his head. Usually, it's a cut inside and then shoot on his right. That's what he usually does. He's a bit predictable at times. But, yeah, no, it was good to see him get a headed goal. To be fair, I don't care how he scores, as long as he scores. But, yeah, it was good to see him get a different type of goal. So, yeah, it was unusual for him, though. Chris says Huddersfield start the season well. I thought he would start slow because of getting used to League One football. Just how vitally important Duff was. Yeah, it just shows how. Yeah, he has been vital, absolutely. So yeah, well said, Chris, and I agree with you. But yeah, I think for me, I was hopeful we would start the season strong, but I didn't expect to start the season as well as we have done, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll certainly take it. But yeah, the Duff appointment just proves. You get a quality manager in guys that knows League One. There's no settling period needed. You know, he knows what to expect in League One. So he was just ready to hit the ground running straight away, and that's exactly what we've done. Ori says, I can definitely see Town getting on a winning streak, but it will be up to the players to see if they have the mentality to keep going and going. To be fair, Doris, I know what you're saying, but I think that Duff is instilling that mentality in them, and I think the players obviously responding very well. So I think the mentality, the winning mentality that Duff is creating around the club is vital for that. So, but we have to be realistic as well. And I think at the end of the day, we could go on a winning streak, but obviously we aren't going to, we're not going to win every single game. And that's the reality. But if we can just keep this going, just for a bit longer, I mean, that would just be perfect. But but I'm realistic. Obviously, it's not going to last all season, but let's just take it game by game and see what happens. Now, the second half, obviously no changes made from us. And obviously we did manage to get an early goal. Obviously, Ben Wiles, again, getting on the score sheet. We'd love to see it, guys, don't we? We'd love to see Ben Wiles continuing his form. He's like a new signing. That's what he is. He's like a new signing because this doesn't feel like Ben Wiles. It feels like his twin. Because last season when we signed him, we thought this is the player we were going to be getting. However, fast forward 1 year and he's showcasing what he can do and why we actually signed him for £1 million, which obviously was the fee that was rumoured to be the case. But Ben Wiles getting on the score sheet, 53rd minutes. Now, again, guess who with the assist, guys? Guess who with the assist? The assist king, and I can call him this already because I can tell he's going to be such a pivotal figure when it comes to assisting and getting assists every week. Sorensen, yes. Again, a brilliant ball in, found Wiles in front of goal, and it was a great strike past the keeper. And it was a very good start to the second half. Now, for me, when that goal went in, there did seem to be a bit of complacency. And we seemed to kind of drop off a little bit and lose our focus. And Duff did allude to that a bit in his comments after the game, which I'm not sure why that happened, because I think you have to be professional, you have to keep going, and we should have kind of, just killed the game off with another goal. To be fair, 2-0, I think it was cool. I think we knew that it was a good cushion. But I mean, just to get a third, just to be sure, 2-0 is a dodgy scoreline sometimes, especially if the opponents score with quite a bit of time left. Then it can be a bit of a nervy ending. But But no, I thought we did drop off from that after that goal. Now, we did make some changes in the 65th minute, a triple change, in fact. Obviously, Miller came off, Evans, Koroma came off, and Headley, Kane, and Marshall came on. So that kind of proved that Duff wasn't really happy with how we kind of approached the last 10 minutes since the goal. It did need freshening up a little bit. We were a bit weighty. Passing was a bit off, wasn't it, really, if we're being honest with you? The passing was a bit off. The tempo was a bit slow. And it just seemed to be a bit dicey, if you could say so. And we were giving the ball away a few times as well. And I think, I remember, I can't remember exactly when, guys, I should really have known, but we did gift Stevenage some chances. And one that comes to mind is the one where they played the ball across. It was easier to score than this. It was literally, it should have been in. Somehow he shot it wide inside, very close to the goal. I'm not sure how he missed it, but that was very lucky for us. I know we were 2-0 up, but that could have made things a bit more interesting with quite a number of minutes left to play. But we rode our luck, and they didn't capitalise on the errors and the things that the things that we're making to allow them in. But yeah, obviously we made another change. Obviously in the 79th minute, obviously Ward and Wiles came off for Harrott and Kasumu. And yeah, it was just a really poor half after that. After we scored the goal, I thought we just literally dropped off and allowed Stevenage a bit more confidence, and they had more of the ball, and that was it really. And then obviously deep into injury time in the second half, the penalty Stevenage did get a penalty. Sorry. Now for me, it didn't look like a penalty in real time. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought, whoa, what has he given that for? From where I was sitting there, I could see what happened. And looking back at the replay, I still think it was very soft, personally. People can call me biased, but I think it was still very soft. I think the referee and the officials were appalling. Aidan has already alluded to that. We always get bad refs, guys. I know I probably sound like a broken record every week, complaining about refs, but we never seem to get the rub of the green with these referees. And I don't know what it is, but this referee was probably the worst I've seen in a long time. The worst, and the linesman as well. The linesman, both sides, just seemingly guessing decisions. I had no idea. Couldn't keep up with play. I thought it was atrocious. Yes, okay, it didn't matter in the end. We won the game, end of. But you just think, where do we actually get these officials from? Just where? Because it is atrocious how you cannot manage a game, and you're allowed to continue to be in your job when you perform that badly. It is horrendous. Obviously, they did score that penalty, obviously, Stevenage. But it was the last kick of the game, practically. And it did finish, obviously, as we won 2-1. Strikes either side of the interval, Corona and Wiles, ensured that we did claim all 3 points. Stevenage did have opportunities in the second half, but eventually were made to pay. And I just think the Duff era just marches on. I think, to be fair though, guys, if we're being honest, I think the goal at the end did kind of put a bit, took the gloss off the win a bit, if that makes sense. Of course, we still won the game, but I just think, the manner of, obviously we conceded the penalty, which for me wasn't a penalty, and I'll stand by that. And we conceded it. I don't know. It just felt a bit like, yeah, but at the end of the day, we can be happy we won the game, guys, at the end of the day, isn't it? So, but I think we all kind of felt like that, didn't we, really, in terms of the, that late goal, kind of a bit of a sucker punch in a way, even though we still won the game. Let's catch up with the comments, guys. By the way, thank you very much for these. Mate, how bad was that referee on Saturday? Well, you've just heard my thoughts there, and so yeah, honestly, absolutely shocking. No, that was pointing politely. That's it. Just shocking. Never a surprise that official was bad again. Can't remember myself when Town had good officials. Laura says, yeah, absolutely, we never do. All we ask is that a referee that is balanced for both teams, because that's the fairest route, right? And we're not saying that we want to have a referee that gives us everything. We want to have a balanced referee, and that's it. So we're not being too unreasonable here. What a goal by Wiles. Yeah, it was a good finish, wasn't it? A good strike, very good, very well taken goal. Just shows his confidence at the moment as well, so good to see. Squad rotation will be key come end of the season if we're going for auto. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, it's a long season, and the squad rotation is going to be a crucial part, like you said. So, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. I heard the ref was from Leeds and got demoted from the Championship to League 1. Yeah, well, maybe he needs demoting to League 2 now, to be honest with you, because, yeah, anyway, it doesn't surprise me if he was from Leeds anyway. But, look, guys, we got the win and we can be very happy. 3 wins out of 3, 2 wins out of 2 in the league. And it was nice to start off in the league at home with another win. And yeah, it was a good afternoon overall. Just a bit of the dampness towards the end, but not to worry. Now let's go on to the player ratings before we do finish off with Duff's comments. Just getting my player ratings up. So yeah, let's go for the team, guys. So Lee Nichols, if you want to contribute, you're welcome to. You don't have to, but yeah. Lee Nichols for me gets a 6. I think he didn't have much to do at all. Let's be honest, hardly anything. He didn't have anything to do in the first half. Obviously, he did start to get some chance in the second half, Stevenage, but not really anything much to do. So you can't really go higher than a 6, in my opinion. It's not that he played badly; he just didn't have anything really to do. He did get a booking though, Nichols, as well, for time wasting late on, which yeah, he's kind of been accustomed to. Sometimes, when we're winning. But anyway, he didn't have any chance with the penalty. I think it was a good penalty by them, to be honest with you. Despite it shouldn't have been awarded in the first place. But yeah, moving on. Tom Lees, for me, he actually played very well. I think he gets an 8 from me. I think, got forward well when opportunities present themselves. I think he also, obviously put headed narrowly wide for a set piece in the first half, so he nearly scored. Good reactions to cut out a potentially dangerous ball across the back line, getting a dive and headed back to Nichols instead. Just good defending all around, to be honest with you. And yeah, I think he looked good. Now, Mikael Helic, for me, gets a 7. I think, he plays some good balls over the top to get attacks going. With one for Ben Wiles, especially dangerous. But yeah, I think he did all right. I think he did good. And Brody Spencer, for me, unfortunately, I have to go over 5. I think he was a bit erratic with his passing at times. He did get away with it, but still. Poor start to the second half. Stevenage obviously started to get forward and produce a few attacks. He did finish the half a bit better as well, to be fair to him. But yeah, for me, we have to be honest. I think he did struggle at times. So yeah. Now Sorensen, the man of the moment, my man of the match. Let me tell you this: he gets a 9. Again, another 2 assists for the wing back. I think he's been outstanding. constantly causing problems down that right hand side. You know, Dan Butler, who was on that side of Stevenage, was just constantly chasing him. To be honest with you, just couldn't keep up. But and again, good delivery for the second goal as well. And that was at a time where Stevenage was starting to get back in the game. We managed to get another goal. So look, Sorensen, outstanding performance. And I just think he is my player of the match, man of the match. Now, he was just superb all round, like I said. You know, got 2 assists. That's 3 for the season now, so it's just unbelievable. Didn't put a foot wrong all game. And he really does deserve all the credit he's getting. He does. He's just a joy to watch. What more can I say, guys? But yeah, Sorensen a 9, absolutely. Now, Anthony Evans, for me, he gets a 6. Obviously received an early booking for a foul. Made a couple of promising set-piece deliveries and covered well for Sorensen's, obviously, darts upfield on a few occasions, but it wasn't the most effective performance from Evans. It was kind of a muted performance, if you could say so, overall, if we're being honest. But look, I'm sure he'll be back up to a good level, up to a better level, should I say, in the next game. Jonathan Hogg, it was I think for me, he gets a 6. He was largely bypassed in the first half. In the first half, but then obviously had more to do after the break. And he did it well enough. When Stevenage changed shape, he did it well. Obviously with scrappiness in the late stages. Hoggy is always one that gets a foot in, of course. Ben Wiles, for me, gets a 7 for his performance. I think he did have a bit of a slow start to the game. I think his passing and shooting in the open stage was, the game was a bit rash. Gave it away a few times as well. But he improved from there. I think he did well. Constantly made the right runs as well, and that like his runs that he's making constantly now. Again, his work rate, getting back and helping defensively too, fantastic. And it was a confident finish as well, the goal, like I said earlier, very good. 2-0, obviously we made it 2-0. And good anticipation, good runs to the penalty area to make himself available. So yeah, Ben Wild, brilliant. Mikel Miller, for me, gets an 8. I think it was another hard-working performance from Miller. He was very sharp to react to the loss of possession, or when obviously Stevenage made some bad touches that offered the chance to win the ball. He was there all the time. He was subbed off obviously midway through the second half, having put in a big end to the shift and into a big end-to-end shift. So yeah, really good and really pleased with Miller so far. Danny Ward, for me, I think he has to get a 5. I think he came in for Reece Healy, the only change from the last league game. Had a few flicks on here and there. Physicality it was good, but he did blaze a good chance over the bar at one point as well, which I'm just tired of seeing, big chances just being blazed over. Yeah, he did all right, but I just think you expect more from his striker, so for me, can't go higher than a 5. Josh Koroma gets a 7. I thought he got better as the game gone on as well, as he got his goal. Constantly causing problems, and just looked really good. So for me, a 7 for Josh Koroma. Headley gets a 6. Kane gets a 6. Marshall, who came on, gets a 6. Harrott came on too late. Kasumu came on too late as well. So that's my player ratings for this game. Now, we're just going to go back to what we're going to say. So, as I was saying earlier, guys, I think we are going to get into the comments of Duff in a moment. But for me, like I say, it's pretty clear we need to bring in a left-sided centre-half before the window closes, which obviously it's not. It closes very soon, doesn't it? At the end of August, start September. He doesn't look as strong, Spencer, on the left-hand side of the back three. He needs to be on the right, really, of the back three. And yeah, I just think we're crying out for another left-sided centre-half. Like I said, somebody's naturally right-footed. Yeah, people could say, he should be able to use both feet, but I don't think. I'm not going to sit here and criticise him. I just think he's doing his best, but he just doesn't look comfortable on that side that he's on. Now, for me, look, we're going to look at the comments that Duff said after the game. So he was satisfied with the performance. Thought the first half they were excellent. Did everything they wanted to do. Dominated the game. Probably should have put the game to bed. Yeah, absolutely. The second half, he probably just came right off it, he said, which is just spot on. He went to say, we're trying to change a lot of things at the football club in terms of mentality, and you can't come off it. You can't disrespect the opposition. I don't think we did that consciously. So again, very honest up front with us, and it may have looked like we were disrespecting the opposition, but he's just clarifying it wasn't done on purpose. On the second half, he did say he didn't think we competed properly, which I agree. I didn't think we ran hard enough getting up the pitch and across the pitch, he said. We didn't stop crosses coming into the box, and that's what happens. Then once that momentum starts, it's hard to change. So yeah, he's just analysing the game the way it actually happened, rather than all this waffle that managers have said in the past. He commented on how Stevenage troubled us. He said they changed the shape. They probably realised that if they just surrendered like they did in the first half, they'd have been dominated. The second half goes in, and they think we don't have nothing to lose now. So yeah, look, he's just kind of speaking facts, isn't he? Now, he did express his disappointment on the subs. He said, I was disappointed with the subs and their impact. Callum Marshall aside. Yeah, Callum Marshall did well, but apart from that, the others didn't really make an impact, which is what you need from the bench. When players are coming on, you need them to make an impact. That's what you bring them on for, fresh legs to see out a game, He said, I thought Callum Marshall was good when he came on, but you can't have it always. It's a really good scenario for me because I've just given it to them a little bit. So again, what Orris alludes to earlier about we did give it a little bit after the game to the lads. Look, the standards have dropped. This isn't good enough. And I think it's a good message to send out that we have to keep our standards. And he said, yeah, because they are falling below the standards they have set, you can't just go, we were good. We were good for a half and poor for a half. That's the beauty from my point that I can give them a bit. Yeah, I mean, look, he's absolutely spot on. If you go below the standards, you will get told. And the players know that. Duff isn't going to take any passengers. And if you don't perform, then you're going to get told. And that is it. So I love his attitude. I love his words that he's saying to us in these post-match comments. Duff saying how he's absolutely. He's just honest up front, and he just says how the game has gone. No waffle, no delusion, just pure honesty. It's brilliant. And what a bloke, he says. Yeah, absolutely. We love him. We love him already. He's not been here long, but we love him. Now, I've missed where I am now, so let's have a look. Yeah, I did that one. Now, he commented on the penalty decision and the referee. I thought he'd given a goal kick. He said somebody grabbed somebody. I asked him who. He didn't know. So you give him the penalty, but you don't actually know the full kind of scenario. Is that what? Unless he's meaning that he didn't know exactly who would. He didn't know exactly who would. Obviously, it can happen quite quick, can't it? But for me, it's just honestly unbelievable. I didn't think the ref covered himself in any glory today, but we're not talking about him because he hasn't affected the result. Now, I think you've always got to be careful with commenting on referees because you know the overprotection of these referees. It's a disgrace. At the end of the day, if a referee doesn't perform, if a referee doesn't play very well, then you should be able to say it without feeling, oh, we're going to get punished or we're going to get fined for saying. Why should you get fined for speaking out when you've had a blatant decision that has gone against you? It's utter nonsense, overprotection to referees, in my opinion. So there we are. Now, Duff did update us on the Healy injury. He did confirm it's nothing serious. He just felt a little something in his groin on Thursday. I think his scan came out really, really minimal or something. There's a fancy word for it, though. I'm not intelligent enough to say how to spell it. So, yeah, look, that's confirmation. It isn't a serious injury. It was more of a precaution. He didn't want to risk him. And it's just a minor niggle. He said with his injury record, you need to protect him. I don't want to wrap up in cotton wool all the time, but we can't break him either, which is absolutely spot on. It was more important that we try and protect him. We don't want to lose him for 6, 7, 8 weeks. And yeah, he's absolutely right, isn't he? The future looks bright. It does indeed. Yeah, it does. Let's keep going, though. Let's keep going. And Duff's nothing like those men that says, oh, they gave it their best and the performance is good. Nothing like that. Yeah, no lies, no delusion. He just says it how the game has happened. And he's not scared to say, look, the lads have been told in that dressing room because the standards have fallen below. I like the fact that he's got such high standards. So I think it's brilliant. Now, Duff, to comment on our second goal, he said before they don't just want to keep the same 11 on just because it's going okay. Can you go and take the game away from them, which we didn't do? The second goal was a really good goal, something that we worked on in terms of those cutback positions, so that was pleasing. Then it's like, strangle them, then that's the moment to not sit off. And yeah, we seemed to do that, didn't we? So, look, lovely comments, and yeah, he's just a breath of fresh air every time I hear him speak. And of course, the man of the moment in this match, I say Sorensen. Let's just appreciate this guy for how well he's doing so far and what he's producing for us. He's a joy to watch. He will continue to provide chances for the strikers to get on the end of all our midfielders coming in the box, and he will and I think consistency won't be a problem for him. He will continue. He wants to keep improving, and yeah, I just really love him. He's just fantastic. Yeah, what a baller. A special talent indeed. So yeah. Now, let's have a look at the stats, guys, which we've got to go into here. We've obviously like to cover this sometimes. So we had 62% of the ball overall, 38 to Stevenage. We had 15 shots, they had 7. Shots on target 4 to us, 3 to them. 8 corners to their 4, and a few others there that obviously I won't get into. But yeah, that was the stats in the game. Now to finish with, guys, I am going to upload the league table for the EFL Fantasy, how it is looking right now. Now, do bear with me, because I am going to just upload it now, but you may... just 1 second, guys. But yeah, a really pleasing victory. Yes, towards the end, not ideal, but we won the game, guys, and that's what counts. Now I'm going to enter the studio, so guys, don't worry. There's not an intruder on the show, but I do want to upload the league table for the EFL Fantasy, so just do bear with me 1 moment. Right, apologies for that, guys. I did forget to upload. The league table. I definitely need to restart the EFL app. Yeah. Like I say, just re-download it and it should work. The league table is relevant and start looking after the 20 match Robins ticket security day up the town. I'm talking about the EFL fantasy football that we've set up. So yeah, I'm not looking at the league table just yet. I know obviously we need to kind of see where we're at after a certain amount of games. But yeah, good to see you've got Rotherham tickets sorted. Me too. So yeah, we'll maybe I'll see you there. But yeah, let's have a look at the league table, guys, as it stands. So I have moved up a few places, guys. I'm in 4th place now after being 7th after last week's results. Now, my biggest thing this week was the fact that I put Healy in, and obviously Healy wasn't available. We didn't know until obviously an hour before kickoff, so I could, and obviously it's locked. Then you can't change your lineup after a certain point, so it was too late for me to change. So that did kind of screw me over this week, but I've still moved up a few places. So Luke is still leading with 143 points. And then we've got second place has stayed the same as well. Richards 118. Orest is just above me. I thought I was going to overtake him at one point, but then obviously things changed on Sunday when Bolton played. Bolton and Wrexham played. But I'm getting closer to you now, so beware. A few points now. But yeah, Josh is in 5th with 104 points. Ben has moved down a place. He's got 100 points. D. Mercer's got 88. Hippie. Seaside, got 87. All move up the table. Jay Smith has got 81. He's moved up as well. And unfortunately, Back Healy is at the bottom. He's moved down. So, yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't mean the league. I'm not looking at the league table. Yeah. Last time in the ball, though, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. What a joy he is. But, guys, I think we are going to wrap up the show this evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in this evening and all your contributions, all your thoughts. I love reading your comments out and what you think about the game. But I think we can all agree that we are very, very happy with the start of the season. There's always improvements to be made, guys, and we need to keep improving. We've got another home game this weekend, obviously against Shrewsbury, to look ahead to. Now, I'll probably do that preview show on Thursday evening this week instead of Friday. Other content this week, I don't really know, guys, to be fair, because obviously it's going to be a bit quiet the next few days unless there's any news in terms of the transfer front. And maybe think about another idea. I might. Sometimes ideas just come to me, guys, and I might think, you know what, let's just upload a video. So it's kind of sometimes off the cuff kind of ideas sometimes on the channel. But yeah, I still think a few more signs needed. Yeah, absolutely. I still think we're a few short. I agree, Lee. But yeah, another win. 3 wins out of 3. 2 out of 2 in the league. Let's keep pushing forward. But yeah, guys, I appreciate all your company this evening. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who dropped in. If you haven't already, please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're watching this on playback, let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. So I know everybody can't always tune in live, so that's why it's a good feature to have. Obviously, the video gets uploaded onto the channel, so people can watch it back and comment in the comment section. So yeah, you can obviously find me on my social if you want to give me a follow on those. HTFTV8 on Instagram and X, and Twitter as I call it still. But I appreciate everybody's support. We are growing by the day with subscribers and stuff. It's great. I mean, look, that video obviously is kind of gave me a few. So if you haven't watched the vlog that I did on Saturday, feel free to catch up with that. Did a little bit of a vlog for the home match. So yeah, appreciate if you can go and check that out. And any of my other videos, if you haven't watched them back, it does help with the watch hours. So even if you're not watching it, just put it on mute and play it. It's up to you. But yeah, if you can, that helps out the channel too. But yeah, brilliant live stream all the time. Yeah, thank you very much, Ian. Thank you. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go now. I always struggle to end streams. You know this by now. But take care, stay safe. And as always, up the town. And Michael Duffs, Barmy Alley. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep, the standards are high now. The standards are up here. That's what you need to be successful. Let's just keep going, one game at a time. And let's have a very special season and ultimately get to the goal that we want to do, that we want to have, which is ultimately promotion come next May. But guys, thanks for all for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.